Hey there, folks. Welcome to day 57 of my year of solo board gaming. We are playing Horrified, which is a cooperative solo game that caught a lot of people by surprise. This has a very favorable reviews from a lot of people because it is a very light gameplay, but still has a lot of you still have a lot of fun with it. It's not an overly deep game, but because of the variety in the monsters that you choose and the thematicness of each monster, it's been really well received. I enjoy this game. I have both this and the American Monsters. This is the start of Horror Week, and we're going to do something a little bit different. We're going to do 2 games of this, 2 games of Horrified American Monsters, and then we've got 3 other gameplays. There'll be 2 other games making up the remaining gameplays this week. Starting with this week, I am going to also start just doing the videos straight to YouTube. I'm not going to do any more editing with them unless they are absolutely necessary. So you're not going to see the graphic at the front. You're not going to see the little record at the end of it. I'll try to keep a running score in the comments for the YouTube video. But what's killing me, sorry, right now on time, is it's not so much the playing of the game, it's the editing of the video and then exporting the video from VideoPad, which is taking a long time. And so I think to make sure that I can actually do this project, I'm going to try to make sure these videos are as ready to go as possible, straight from OBS up to the web. So, and I wasn't really doing a whole lot of grid editing anyway. Like I was doing some rules corrections here and there when necessary, but it wasn't like a masterpiece of editing by any stretch. So the idea is that I'm going to continue to put these playthroughs up, but just in a more raw format, so that I can actually. There are other things that I'm doing right now that I need to pay priority to, and I felt like this was the compromise I needed to be able to continue this project. And really, the goal of this project is simply to do 1 playthrough per day and put it up on the web. That's it. It's not to produce any other videos for board games, although I may try to do that separately, but this is just to get used to recording playthroughs, and that's it. So with that having been said, we've already got the board set up. I rolled some dice to pick out 3 monsters. We've got the Invisible Man, we've got the Wolf Man, and the Creature from the Black Lagoon. And what we'll do on the second game is we'll do the other monsters. So we'll get all 6 monsters in this. We'll do the same thing with the American Monsters. We'll do the same sort of 3 and 3. You can play with 2. You can play with 4. It doesn't have to be 3. Obviously, 5 is straight out. But this is a good amount to, I think, make sure that you've got some difficulty going on. Overall, we have not chosen our player yet. We have set up all the things that we'll need. So the player, now the courier is the only one that's not allowed in solo play. Like you can't use the courier, and there are a couple of special cards that you can't use as well. So those are set to the side. Courier, conduct an investigation, and special delivery. They just make no sense in solo play, so those are off to the side. I could play this 2-handed where I'm playing 2 characters, but I prefer if I'm going to do solo, and I can do solo, I'll do solo. So the hero, and this hero will not be available in our second game, is going to be the Professor. Move any hero or villager 1 space. I have a friend who likes to play Horrified, and he hates the Professor. And with good reason. The Professor is kind of weak sauce overall. But the Professor is going to start at the hospital, which is over here. Here we go. So, and I think what I'm going to do is, so that it's a little bit easier to see, I'll keep the monsters sort of tipped over like that, so you can see where they are. We got We'll also do that with the boat icon, the death icon, the frenzied marker. That's where all 3 monsters. All right, so we're good. We'll put this down here. There we go. And I'm just going to use this for a little dice tray, just to make sure it's a little bit quieter. And we also draw a perk card at the beginning of the game, so we'll go ahead and shuffle those up. All right, choose 1. Place the Invisible Man in any space or move any monster 3 spaces. Okay. So we're going to take some actions to begin with. We can probably pick these up. Are these going to help us at all? They'll help us with the creature from the Black Lagoon. They'll help us just generally be safe. I don't need anything from the church for the Invisible Man. And then I don't need anything for the Wolfman. The Wolfman is blue only, except for the red that you need to defeat him. So, 1, we'll pick these up just to have them. We'll set them all up down here. And then 3, and then 4. And I think that's my best move. We'll move the perk cards over here so that they're a little bit more out of the way. But now, Invisible Man. So first thing that we do is we do the thing on top, which is 2. Because this can affect where the Invisible Man is going to go. We're going to get a church, and we're going to get a museum. And now he's going to go to the item with the most locations, and I think we can choose whichever, like if there's a tie, I think we can choose. So I'm just going to verify that real quick. The Invisible Man. Doesn't say, unfortunately. Yep, it's the item place of my choice. That's actually clarified in the fact. So we're going to go to the barn and have them get rid of these icons here. Those get discarded. We'll do a little discard over here. I'm going to use a little green thing for that to indicate the discard. So we put out the items first. We then move the Invisible Man. Then it's the mummy, which we don't have. The creature, which we do have. The creature is going to make its way towards us. It's going to move 1 total. So I think it just simply moves to the bridge. Is that the closest? Yeah, it can either go 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So we'll actually have him go to the Abbey. Just get him a little bit more out of the way. This, of course, counts as the timer to defeat things. Let's go 1, 2, 3, and then 4. And then we get to place a whole bunch of items on there. There's no other hero or villager to move, which is why the professor is so weak sauce, especially in solo mode. And it's another thief card. So first we're going to place the items. And what I really did not want is for him to go to the precinct, but that looks like where he's going to go. In and the museum. Oh, I can have him go to the museum. So we'll do that. Museum. Takes those items, and those get discarded. And again, it's going to be just the creature that moves. We'll have the creature move here to the museum with the Invisible Man, who is... These two are rolling all around. They're just in the mud. All right, so now I'm going to pick up this. That's 1. And then I think each of these is an individual play to put one of these. So I'm going to do 3 moves. I'm going to do 2, 1, and 1. And that is the entirety of my move. That's it. I can't do anything else. But that does get us a third of the way, or half the way, towards taking care of the Wolfman. So now we're going to place 3 more items out. We're going to place a character at the Institute, and we're going to move the creature twice. So it's going to be these 3. Oh, jeez. Pulled 5 items out. That's not good. All right, there we go. 3 items. Mansion, inn, and shop. There. We're now going to take the ichthyologist, Dr. Reed. Which one is he? This would be a little bit easier to tell. I think it's, yeah, here we go. Dr. Reed, who is now at the Institute. And we're going to move the creature twice. All right, so first action is going to be to move. We're going to move that character here as one of our special actions. We now have 3 more actions. And I think what I have to do is I have to be a little risky here. Since I've got some items to withstand attacks, I think I'm going to try to get out here. Let's just take a quick look. I need Institute, Laboratory, Barn, Inn, and Mansion. So I think I'm going to go 1, 2, 3. I'm going to hope for the best that the Wolfman does not activate this round, which of course it will. Just law of nature. But like I said, I've got a lot of stuff here to basically help me with this, and I can actually choose, if I want to, I could move the Wolfman 3 spaces now with my special ability, with the special card that I've got. And I could also move the Invisible Man anywhere. It does not have to be... but I have to make that decision now. I can't wait till the card comes up. I think we're going to go ahead and do that. We're going to move the Wolfman 3 spaces. And that'll discard that card. Now we draw another one. Let's find out how... Okay. So we've got 3 more items. The creature is going to move. Oh, I think I was supposed to move the creature twice, wasn't I? Nope. Actually, the creature was only supposed to move 1 space each time. The creature will move 2 spaces this time and attack us, so yay. But we're going to place 3 items out first. We're going to get another item at the shop, another item at the barn, and an item at the abbey. And then we're going to place Professor Pearson at the cave, and I think that is this dude. Going to be at the cave over here. So we'll pick up that dude when we drop off Dr. Reed. We're then going to move the Frenzied Creature, which is the creature from the Black Lagoon in this case, 2 spaces. They're actually going to attack, so they're going to get to attack with 2 dice. I will point out that if it comes up with the exclamation point, we don't worry because we haven't actually done anything to take care of that. So we're going to get 1 hit. We're going to lose, I think, that item. We're good overall, though. So we discard that. I'm going to pick up a bunch of items. We're going to go ahead and bring... So that was 1. 2, 3. We return that dude to the camp. He is safe, and we get a perk card as a result. Each player draws and places 1 item from the item bag. Now that is just a garbage one. We're going to go ahead and do that now. We may as well. That's going to put another item at the mansion. That would have been helpful a little while ago because that's another 2 that we needed. And then we're going to move this person 1 space. We're going to put them face down like that. So that's our 4 moves. We're now going to place Professor Cranley at the laboratory, which is not a good spot for our good friend Dr. Cranley. I think we're going to lose our first villager here. But it's his fault for coming out when he did. So we've got 1 for the theater, 1 for the graveyard, 1 for the laboratory. We've got a 3 there. That'll be nice to actually keep that there for the time being. We're going to place Professor Cranley at the laboratory. And then the Invisible Man is going to go. They're going to go 1. So they will move towards that person because that's where they're closest to. Creature's going to move 1 because they're frenzied, but not get in our way. Or not be in our way yet. So now we're going to go to, I think, the precinct. We're going to do 1, 2, 3. And we're going to go ahead and pick these up. And that's it. That's all we can really do. And then we're drawing. Oh, good lord! All these people coming out. Let's see. We're gonna pull Lucy out. Which one is Lucy? Here's Lucy. She's gonna be at the theater. We're gonna place 3 items as well. And we're gonna place the barn, the tower, and the mansion. We got a lot of items out now. And then the frenzied monster is gonna move twice. So they will move towards us. I think they choose in terms of order, because right now the creature is equidistant from Lucy and myself. And I think when it comes to moving them... Yeah, if there are multiple people equally close to a monster, they will choose the hero as opposed to a villager. So he's going to come this way. He's going to roll just one dice for the attack. He does get a hit. We're going to go ahead and lose this church item, I think. Yeah, because we want the mansion for that. So the church item goes away. And that gets discarded. We've got a lot of people out at the moment. We're going to go 1, 2, 3, and we're going to pick all these up. And again, we're just letting Dr. Cranley sit at the laboratory, risking their lives. But honestly, it's their fault that they showed up. I think they're in cahoots with the werewolf is what's going on. But that was our 4 items there. We're going to place Renfield at the docks. So we're going to get 3 more items. I have to try to remember to do the items before I do the action on the card. It doesn't really matter a whole lot, but it does matter for Thief. There we go, 3 cards. So we got 1 item at the docks, 1 in the laboratory, and 1 in the Institute. We're going to place Renfield at the docks. Renfield. That's not Renfield. That's Fritz. There we go. There's Renfield. We're trying to get the professor to the museum. We're trying to get Lucy to the mansion, and we're trying to get Renfield to the hospital. So none of these people are in a place that we're really in a good spot for. The creature is going to move 2, which fortunately just puts them at the theater, so not close enough. So now the question is, I think we have Renfield join us as well. We've now got 4 people here. And we're going to go 1. We're going to pick up... I'm trying to think of the best way to do this. Because we could also go here, pick these up, and bring them with. Now, we don't need anything for the docks over here. We do need a bunch of stuff here for the precinct. But we've also got everything that we need to deal with the werewolf now. I think we deal with the... Bring Renfield, we're going to get to here, and we'll deal with the werewolf on the next turn. I think, but we are putting ourselves smack dab in the middle of a whole bunch of people. And that's not good. So now we're going to draw. Place Maleva at the camp. So we're going to draw 3 items. We're going to move the werewolf. The werewolf's going to get to attack this time. And the creature is not going to be able to catch up with us, so that's good. Tower gets an item. Church gets an item. We're going to place Maleva at the camp. She is headed to the shop. And then the werewolf's going to move. Now, they're already in spot, so they're going to roll twice, and potentially we're going to lose a villager here. Yeah, we lost a villager. That villager is dead many times over. He was warned not to play with werewolves, but he played with werewolves. He was just an evil guy. That's why he was there. And then we're going to move the creature because they are frenzied. 1 spot, still not catching up with us. We now see what's going on here. So we're going to go 1. Everyone's going to come with. 2. 3. 4. All right. So we'll be able to defeat the werewolf on the next turn. It's actually good that we're keeping him in spot. I'm a little worried what's going to happen if the werewolf attacks us, but that's neither here nor there. It doesn't look like we're going to have to worry about that. We're going to get Wilbur and Crick this time. We have had almost every single villager come out now. There are 3 villagers remaining over there. That's insane. Also, I forgot to do the items first because, once again, I just forget to do the things that I say that I'm going to do. So we're going to do camp, and church. All right, and then the frenzied monster gets to go 1 spot, so they'll go here. They're going to attack with 3 dice. And it is 2 exclamation points and nothing else. So, fortunately, these guys are saved insanely. So I think what we have to do is we have to do this. We now have the flask. We're in the same spot as the werewolf, and so we just need to attack him with 6+. We've got a pistol. We load our pistol up with flasks-filled bullets. We take some bullets, we hollow them out, we put the flask liquid inside, we shoot the werewolf. The werewolf is dead. The flask is done. We've used that. And that's it. Like that, we've killed the werewolf. And so that was 1 to play that card, 1 to kill the werewolf. Are we dropping anybody off at the Institute? Just checking here. No. So we're going to go 3, and we're going to pick up all these items. And Maleva is all the way over in the camp, so she's not going to do anything. But we've now got this huge coterie of people with us, so hopefully that will not matter at all. We're going to draw another card. On the move. Move the frenzy marker to the next monster. Oh, this is irritating. I hate this card. I hate this card so much. I really do. Okay, so move each villager 1 space towards their safe location. So these folks are going to the dungeon. They're going to move 1 space that way. Lucy's headed to the mansion. She runs off without us. Professor Pearson is also going to run 1 this direction. Renfield is going to go to the hospital, so he's going to run 1 this direction. I think you see what's about to happen here. The frenzied monster is now the Invisible Man. So he's already in spot. He's not going to move. He's going to roll 2 dice. He could potentially kill 2 villagers and put us 1 away from losing this game. That's how quick this game just turned. All right, so the Invisible Man kills 1 of them. We'll go ahead and say that he kills Renfield. And we'll move that up 1. The other one is move the Invisible Man 2 spaces towards the closest villager. They're already in the spot with the villager. That's it. That's all we need to do. So now it's my turn. Did I remember? I didn't remember to put the 3 items out. So let's get the 3 items out. Too many items there. Always do the items first. That's a camp item. That's an inn. Okay. So, our next move is going to be to move here and be like, what were you people doing? Professor, get to the museum. There you go. That's their special move. His special move. He saves 1 person, draws a card, move each hero up to 2 spaces. That's going to be helpful. We're going to go to the mansion for our 3rd move. That is where Lucy is trying to get to, so we're going to get to move another card. Move a hero up to 4 spaces. We're now going to take these for our 4th move. And let's see. Shall we go try to save these dum-dums? Let's figure out what we need to finish this off. I think our next bet is to get the Invisible Man taken care of. So let's see what we've got. We've got a mansion. We have a lot of mansions. We've got a laboratory. We need an institute, so we have to get all the way back over here. So I think I'm going to play both of these now to move 6 spaces. So that we can pick these dum-dums up. Trying to think if I want to just move down here, pick these up, and then come back up this way. I can't pick them up this turn, though. I can pick these dudes up. I can take these moves with me. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That plays both of these cards, and I'm in spot to pick up some stuff from the Institute. The reason I'm doing it this way is that then I'm going to move back up this way and focus on this part of the board, but this Institute stuff I think is the last stuff that I actually need. Because the other 2 spots are the laboratory, which I already have, and then barn and inn, which I need to get from up here. And then 9 plus as far as red items, but that should be pretty doable. But that is the extent of my move. Maria's at the barn. So Maria comes out. We have 2 people left who have not come out. We're going to put 3 items down. I need to remember to put the 3 items down before I put anything else out. So we've got a tower item, which is going to be over here. We've got a precinct item, which is helpful. And we've got a theater item, which we'll pass through. We're going to move the frenzied monster 1 spot, so the Invisible Man knows what's going on. They're going to move there. And we are going to go ahead and pick these items up for 1. And then 2, 3, 4. That's the end of our turn there. Place the creature at the river. No items come out. The creature at the river is going to go here. We then move the Wolfman, who's not going to move at all. We are going to move the Invisible Man, because they are frenzied, and they're going to get to roll 3 dice. The Invisible Man has come after us, thinks we're Elizabeth Moss, does 2 items. They're not going to move because they're already close to that villager. We're going to lose 2 items. What do we want to lose? We want to lose the shop item here, and I think we can lose this this tower item. We can lose. Okay. So that was that. We're going to go 1, 2, pick up a bunch of items. 3, 4. We're not going to mess with the stuff that's at the theater. Draw another card. We get the form of the bat. We're going to draw 2 items. I do like the fact that the cards are color-coded based on the color of the monster as well. It's a very colorful game overall, and it does a really good job of making sure that we can see what's what. Let's see. Invisible Man's going to go 1. They're going to go here. And that's it as far as monsters that move, because we don't have the Mummy, we don't have Frankenstein out. But that is that. So now we're going to go to the inn, pick up all these items. We're going to go back 1. We should have sent these folks off to the dungeon. They're stuck with us. And then we're going to move to the precinct. And that'll be our last move. The cops will get there at the end of the game. We're going to draw another card on the move. Move. Oh, freaking A. So Frenzy Monster thing goes. Each of these 2 go 1 space towards their next location because they're idiots. They're going to move here. And we could potentially lose the game here. If it's 2 attacks, we lose the game. We've lost the game. Unbelievable. Oh my freaking lord. Okay, so basically, nobody thought it was a good idea to stick with the group. I'm going to point out, I lost pretty much most everybody with the exception of 1 person. We should have put these out originally. Sorry. We lost everybody, almost everybody, because of the on the move card. The on the move card is harsh, to say the least. But wow, that was brutal. We were doing well. Like, we had everything to supply this. We would have defeated it would have taken us 2 more turns to defeat the Invisible Man, which there's those 2 cards. And then this is how much we had left remaining. So we had plenty of time. We were doing well. But no, nobody thought it was a good idea to stick with the group. And so now everyone's dead. Now the town is in panic, because that's what happens when you panic and flee. You end up dead. And folks, that was day 57. Join me tomorrow, where I will try to do this again and not get screwed by the on-the-move cards. Ciao, everybody, and I'll talk to you later.